Hey, due to COVID-19 restrictions, we still the dopest sports show on StreamYard. Is that easy this weekend?
Hey man, it's next week. It's next week.
I did hear a rumor that my other favorite, Outkast versus Tribe, will be coming on. I can't wait to hear that one.
They say that it's confirmed. I can't wait.
Woo! It's boy E. Glaze. That's Maceo in his fresh jersey.
I got the receipts.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog. Birthday, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a medium?
Yes, man. I'm the easiest dude to shop for, man.
That a medium?
That is a medium, my dog. This is the game jersey. This is what they try to fit on them shoulder pads. You know what I'm saying? And I can wear that these days.
Yeah, I had to wear a neck roll. That'd be a neck roll. Hey man, you tuned into the Crush, man. It's your boy E. Glaze. That's Maceo, man. We jumping in everything, man. We talk trash, man. There's so much going on. Why everybody in New England shouldn't be happy about last night's win. I want to be hurting y'all feelings.
Oh man,
we gonna jump on a whole bunch of NFL, NCAA, NBA. We got it all, man. We jumping into it.
Hammer, don't hurt him, Hammer.
You want to start it out, Maceo? What you got for it, man?
So I want to start this with you, Glaze. Question for you to start this show. We saw Notre Dame, Clemson, very exciting football game, but it seemed to be the topic of conversation was the post-game celebration, COVID-19 protocol. Oh. Your thoughts on the scene after the Notre Dame Clemson game?
Let me put on my glasses real quick. Read something. See, Alabama, LSU postponed. Texas A&M, Tennessee postponed. All because of COVID. Okay. The question is, with so much COVID going around, I was a little concerned. The first thing popped in my head was like, don't rush the field. They rushed the field. And my main concern, honestly, Mace, was the players. Because the players work all week to try to not get this thing and, putting themselves in these situations. They're doing all these temperature checks. They're doing all this stuff, Mace, for all these kids to jump out the stands who ain't doing nothing but partying and hanging out to bring that stuff and jump into their faces. Some had masks, some didn't. And, no telling how. I know it was Notre Dame's campus, but they don't know who was in their parade and who wasn't. So I was a little concerned, man. I was a little concerned. My biggest concern was the players. Even though, the player didn't have masks immediately. All they had was their face mask, and them face masks got holes in it. So that was my thing, man. I was more concerned about that because as we see in the NCAA with all these games being canceled and all of this going on, man, college football is got a big issue now with trying to get these games played. And it's not just regular games. You're talking about Alabama, LSU, even though LSU isn't that good this year. Texas A&M, Tennessee, games that could matter for who play against each other for the playoffs. So that's the reason why I jumped on it, because with so much COVID going on, Wisconsin, have they played a game this year?
Though they're going to play a game, dog.
I don't think they are either. So with that type of thing going on, that was my biggest concern. Was not mainly, it was just the players, bro. It was people running on the field that some of you ain't really contacted with since you've been on campus, now all up in your face talking about good job. Hey, bro, keep that to yourself, man. I know we'll celebrate on our own. So that's my thoughts, man. That's the first thing I thought about.
Well, I don't know if people know this or not. The ACC has a very strange COVID-19 testing policy, Emmanuel Glaze. Their testing policy states that once they do initial protocols, they don't have to test you for another 90 days, which means that they don't want to know, Glaze.
They sure don't.
They don't want to know We said this from day one when the college football season was about to jump off. These people, these entities just want to get to national championship game. They want to get to these conference championship games because that's where the money is.
Yeah.
And we can't stress to people enough. This thing is about the money. This is all about the moolah. And listen, you can tell me all you want, player safety, all of these things. Man, this is about the money because at the end of the day, these kids, if a lot of you guys don't know, these guys are not going to class. They're doing a lot of stuff online. These guys are doing things at the facility. And listen, Notre Dame will tell you this. The only people that were allowed to come to the game are people who are on campus. You can't even bring a family member to the game. That's neither here nor there. We know what's really going on, but if y'all want to continue to act like that, you know, the pandemic ain't real and all this thing, we know why these games are being played, Emmanuel Glaze, and it's all about the money, baby. It's the money.
And that's the sad part to me, man. It's like, it just looks bad. I mean, what if Ian Book got sick because of that one student who went home to see his mama, who shouldn't have went home to see his mama, brought it back with him, and he out on the field in front of Ian Book after a great game that kid has played in the ACC, man. It's just, they have done, to me, NCAA has done a horrible job. And this is just me. And just seeing these, I mean, the stories are every day now, Maceo, every day with these, you know, with these sickness and the player. And like you said, at the end of the day, they just trying to drag this thing until they can get that check from Dr. Pepper or whoever running the dang playoffs this year. And they don't care about nobody's safety, man. They don't care. They just hope they get that vaccine on campus as soon as they can. They don't care who do it, Pfizer, whoever, Advil, whoever do the damn thing. They just try to get it on campus. But like you say, at the end of the day, man, which is sad to me, they are just going to drag this season through, no matter who gets sick or who don't. And this, and look, man, we looked at a lot of these players who opted out, and we were like, man, y'all crazy. They healthy. I ain't heard about no opted out player getting sick unless something that happened. You know what I'm saying? And everybody don't have that discipline either, like a Justin Fields, who you can't even go in his room. You gonna try to go find Justin. Justin like, nah, bro, me and my dog. That's it. Just to take a temperature. And you know, and then I think what kind of shook the college football was last when old boy got it, Sunshine. They were like, we can't have. So I know right now he'll be testing for a while. Hold up. Sunshine got it. But let me add a part B to that, Maceo. And I think you've already answered it. With the way this is going on, with all of these sicknesses and all of that, you know, what season are we getting? Are we just basically, should we just say get us a Final Four and call it a day? I mean, what are we getting? You know, Pac-12 just opened, but you know, I'm just looking, like you say, Wisconsin, who's always been a, you know, top 3, top 4 team, ain't played yet because they can't get well. You know what I'm saying? And what is going on? What's your thought, man? What type of season are we looking at? Because every week it looks like more and more teams ain't playing. They're making up games. They still trying to talk about the Final Four. What are your thoughts, man?
So I probably posted this about 3 weeks ago, and I'm very adamant about this. It's only 3 legit teams that can win the national championship. Mm-hmm. It's Alabama, it's Clemson, and it's Ohio State. Those are the teams that pretty much everybody wants to protect. When I always cringe when I hear people talk about we need to expand the playoff. Why? I mean, it's hard to get 4 teams. What makes you think getting 6 teams or 8 teams are gonna make this process even better? Listen, I'm an advocate. You and I play HBCU football, so we are advocates for the little guy. But do you really want to see like App State play Alabama like in the first round? Like, I mean, Oklahoma is the sacrificial lamb, and they're a Power 5 school, so you can't expect these smaller schools to go in. Like, listen, BYU is a beautiful story right now.
Yeah.
If you think BYU can go into Alabama or just on a neutral site and play them, you done lost your freaking mind. So what NCAA is really doing, Glaze, they're like, let's protect these 3 schools. Let's protect. And listen, Notre Dame is probably going to be the fourth school. That win pretty much put Notre Dame kind of in it, because even if they lose in the ACC championship to Clemson, you're going to be like, what team can give you what Notre Dame is going to give you? It's hard. So I think Notre Dame is going to be their fourth team this year.
Yeah, man, I agree. I'm sorry, man. I'm freezing up a little bit. I just got off work. I don't use too much internet in one day. But anyway, but you're right, man. I think that is the biggest thing, though. Shout out to our people, man. Shout out to Ryan. Give us people, like he say, he love the jersey, Dirty Birds. You know, gotta give you some love. You know what I'm saying?
I got
John.
Baby.
You got the yo. But I think though, like you say, Maceo, and you know why they want 6 or 8 teams. NCAA just hear that ka-ching, cha-ching. They don't, always notice that certain places or certain networks bring up money things to bring up more money, aka the big 4-letter network. You know what I'm saying? That will start that rumor of we need 8 teams. And you'll start seeing a lot of analysts and things of that nature. We need 8 teams. And they happy as all outdoors that now, hey, I ain't gonna even lie, man. I was watching football at 1 a.m. I don't know who it was, Washington State versus somebody, Oregon State, but I was watching it. It was 1 a.m.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man, and that's the biggest thing to me, man, is just I'm a little concerned, but, they're going to squeeze the season out. I've already got the spring schedule for Kennesaw State because college football going to try to win this whole year. And from now through spring sports, now they got all the big Division II, the FCS schools, now they're playing in the spring.
Right.
Are trying to have a whole year of winning. Why are they going to add in basketball? Why are they going to add in these other sports so they can say, hey, man, we gave you what you want to, but I just hope they don't do it through these kids, man. Can you imagine, Maceo, if COVID would have been when we played? Bro, it'd have been ugly. They might have brought some NyQuil out and gave it to us and said, here you go.
3 6s, gave us 3 6s. All this stuff, Robitussin, man. Take that Tussin.
Take this Tussin.
Tussin.
It ain't nothing but a cold. It ain't nothing but a cold.
You ain't got nothing but severe flu, boy. Sit out 2 days. You good. Hey,
did I do the last one or you did it?
I just did. I gave you that one.
So let me talk with this, man. Who's playing bigger chess right now? Nick Saban or Dabo? And the reason why I bring up Dabo Swinney is because did he just not set up the next 3 years at Clemson by sitting out Trevor Lawrence against Notre Dame and allowing that freshman to play in a big game atmosphere against Notre Dame, who was ranked number 4. And not only did the freshman play, but he stepped up. So even when Sunshine leave next year, Maceo, he done gave that kid 2 games worth of experience. And one of the games was on national TV, NBC. You can't buy that. Dabo playing chess around here, Maceo. I think Dabo was getting that master's chess card. What are your thoughts on Dabo, man?
I want people to. I was just having this conversation earlier today, Glaze. Think about this. Clemson has gone from Deshaun Watson to Trevor Lawrence, and now they're going with DJ. I'm not even trying to pronounce the last name right now. I call him DJU.
Yeah.
This is recruiting.
It'll take me a year to get it, but we can go ahead.
Right. This is recruiting at its finest. This is the thing we talk about at Recruit 101 all the time about finding your fit and like recruiting. Like this is like recruiting excellence. Like let's look at Georgia for a second. Georgia has gone. I mean, they've run the gamut of it's like a roller coaster at the quarterback position.
Yep.
Let's look at you talked about Alabama. Nick Saban, them continue to bring in guys who is not much of a drop off. And oh, by the way, he is the top quarterback in the country is sitting as the backup. So Bryce Young will be the quarterback of the future behind Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Why is it the elite those two elite programs, those are the 2 elite programs, can get this position right? Yet Georgia had, they come on, man. You win a recruiting battle on paper every year, but you can't solidify this position. You trying to tell me Stetson Bennett at a program like Georgia, that's the best you can do? Come on, man. Carson Beck is a 4-star kid. I'm tired of everybody talking about Jamie Newman opted out. You don't listen. Jamie Newman never played it down at Georgia. You don't know what Jamie Newman could have stunk it up. We don't know what Jamie Newman was.
And by the way, you talk about a transfer, Jamie Newman. When we talk about Alabama and Clemson, we ain't talking transfers. We talking guys they went and recruited and brought in and came up through the system. Georgia, your best threat, your best quarterback was a transfer from Vanderbilt. Think about that for a minute, guys. I want y'all to sit back for a minute and say that the best quarterback we had that left was from Vanderbilt.
No, Wake Forest. He was from the ACC. Wake Forest.
Okay.
Even worse.
Potato.
Yeah.
Potato. Okay. Okay.
But you're right, Glenn. You're right.
You telling me that your best option was a transfer from Wake Forest. And that's why y'all ain't winning. Nah, bro. Meanwhile, Clemson showed you chess play by saying, hey, you got to pass this cardiac test, so we're going to sit you out. By the way, if he had COVID that bad, why was he on the sideline with a mask on?
Again, ACC protocol says after we test you, I don't have to test you for another 90 days.
Right. So he's sitting there helping the young fella. I'm telling you, you see it. Matt Jones even played last year. He played games last year for Alabama. He's a Heisman candidate now.
Yeah.
Really, really, really. Kirby played, and this is what Kirby will always be at fault. He played family ball over football. He let his quarterback go to Ohio State because the reason why that kid was there playing so well, what was the kid that just left last year for Georgia that everybody liked?
Who, Fromm?
Fromm was a Kirby guy because Kirby knew him from his days as a youth, and he saw that.
And Kirby and the daddy like that.
Daddy ball will get you fired. I ain't never heard Nick Saban play anybody's kid.
No, he benched Jalen Hurts, who was 27-2 in the national championship game. He benched him
at halftime. Like, look, I got to win. I ain't heard about your feelings, bro. I ain't heard about your feelings. And when the guy in Miami now, when he was messing up, guess who came back in the game? Jalen Hurts came in. There's a difference, man. And Kirby's biggest flaw was that he will have to see his quarterback playing in the playoffs for Ohio State.
2 years in a row.
Man, we got some, money. Stacey Iverson says she see that 24 jersey, bro.
Stacey, come on, Stacey. Stacey, this is a family thing, and this is what people don't, listen. Everybody know I'm not a Falcon fan. Everybody know that. But I rock with this. I rock with this dude right here, man. AJ, my guy. Dog. Been in the trenches with this kid, man. Come on, man. Pack fitness, man. I know the work ethic. That's why I laughed at all them dumb comments y'all made about one freaking game. That told me a lot about y'all athletic career. Because you try to tell me your entire you played from Little League to wherever some of y'all play, and you never played a bad game. Man, get out of here. You know what? A lot of y'all probably didn't play no bad game because you never played. Bombs. I'm sorry.
You all right, man?
Try to control my petty, man. I'm working on controlling my petty, man.
I knew it was gonna get you hot sooner or later, but
yeah, man, it's all good. That's all good.
Hey, John said Georgia stuck on getting recruits at the running back position. Those days have passed. That's a good question, John. Even though that don't even look good this year because the running backs, it ain't no. These supposed to be 3 studs they got back there.
Well, Zeus is listen for all the hype that came with Zeus, and listen, Zeus is a very good running back. Yeah. To me, he's not the best running back in Athens.
Nope,
he's not. I like Milton. I like the other dude. I just think they see the field better than Zeus. But again, the last 4 years, definitely the last 3 years, Kirby has had a top 3 recruiting class.
Yep.
But this is why I've said a number of times, we talk about this during Recruit 101. Don't tell me how good somebody was in high school. Let me get them on college campus. Let me see them play against guys who the same size, same strength. Because, Vandegrift, who will be in Athens in January. He's the top quarterback in the country. He's playing 1A private football. Now, let me go see him play at Stevenson. Let me go see him play against some of these other guys. And then let me evaluate his talent. I don't know how good he is playing 1A private football. I just don't. I don't. And this is not against private schools.
Oh, hey, Joe, what is this, man? This paper.
Blank piece of paper.
You ain't never won a championship on paper. You never win on a championship on paper.
Never.
Every year we look in the paper online. Georgia, top 3 recruiting class. Georgia,
top class.
That's cute until you get them on campus, and your coach nuts up. You know what I'm saying? Adjustments, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to Dabo, man. Dabo played. Look, y'all gonna be mad when Clemson win another 2 years after this, because you be like, "What, Dad? That Notre Dame game playing that kid against that environment at that time was brilliant. That was brilliant.
And guess what, Glaze? His play wasn't the reason they lost that game. Listen, he was better than Ian Book, who done been in Notre Dame for 7 years.
And Maceo, guess what? The ACC done changed the rules. It ain't Coastal versus this. It's the top 2 teams. So guess we're gonna get to see each other again, this time with Trevor Lawrence.
Talk to me.
Hey, in Charlotte.
Home game for Clemson. Stop it.
With Trevor. Oh, we get you back, baby. We get this back. We get you back. Hey, look, man, y'all playing checkers and y'all playing pittywinks. Jacks. They playing checks around here.
They playing big, but they playing for high stakes. Like, there's a reason Dabo making what he making. It's a reason Nick Saban making what he making. Dog, they producing, dog. You always gonna write them into the conversation when we talking natties. They ain't talking about conference championships. They ain't worried about, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jaquez Green, who every year during the Georgia-Florida game, he always put up 1980. First of all, Jaquez, I know you're gonna watch this later on. You're a Georgia boy, you from Macon. Just because you went to Florida, man, stop acting like that. I just had to put that out there, man. I feel better.
You know they gave Jaquez all that business when he was at Florida. That's why he used to get every game he played at Florida. He used to give him that business because he knew what he was getting at home because of the Georgia boy. Green used to give him that problems back then, man. Hey, what you got next, base?
Hey, man. So the NBA, they've decided that, hey, we're coming back December 22nd. Even though the season just ended, they like, hey, we coming back. 72 game schedule. Probably won't be a bubble. Teams are probably going to play on their home courts. We don't know about fan situation. That's something for the NBA PA to figure out down the road. Your thoughts on the NBA coming back so fast? Because we were under the assumption that it was going to be MLK Day. Your thoughts, Blaze?
I think LeBron signed off on it. No, I'm just joking. But it wasn't just the NBA. The NBA PA signed off on it as well. Look, man, Christmas is a money game. It is. That's the NBA's time. Christmas is money. Thanksgiving is NFL. Christmas is NBA. So they just moved it. They're going to do 22 games. The draft is in a few weeks. I don't know the exact date. So they're going to get those young talent. People ready to see. And look, man, they are just as excited as everybody else to see Steph Curry back on the floor. Kevin Durant back on the floor. They want to get it back there as quick as possible.
Big fact.
They want to get him out there as quick as possible. And if they don't do nothing but play on TV and get that out there, because they lost money this year. So they got to they want to get them back in. They want to get them back going.
They lost in the bees. Glade, they lost in the bees too, Glade. Bees.
Yeah.
Not millions, but billions.
Yeah, because they had to travel, no money, no, jersey sales were down. But now they get to play off it, which was kind of, is good for them. They get to play off a Lakers championship with the best, LeBron and the Lakers, the team that everybody associated with. Now everybody's gunning for them now. So now we got that talking, and now you got all this young talent, and now you bring in this. Look, man, I understand it because, like we said early in the show, that cha-ching, man. It's about that cha-ching, bro.
All the time. Money talk, man. BS walk a marathon, my dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It walks a marathon. I like that. What's your thoughts, man?
We hate load management.
Yeah.
We're gonna see major load management through December, through January. Really, dude, these guys are fresh. So the teams that didn't go to the bubble, they're gonna be fine because they're gonna be itching to play.
They're gonna be
Those
hot.
teams that spent 60 plus days in the bubble, the Lakers spent 96. The Lakers and who they played? Miami. They spent 96 days in the bubble. Yep. These guys are not quite ready. Listen, I can see a scenario with LeBron, like, hey, y'all got to start this season without me, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going to play Christmas Day, but after that, I'm done.
I'm going to play Christmas, but I come back on January 15th. I ain't coming back for 3 weeks. Look, man, I'm done. My knees bad, bro. You better get them young boys out there. Hey,
man, I'm old, man. I'm old.
You might not see Kawhi till February. You know, he load management. He load management general.
He the load management king. He invented this thing. Like, yeah, definitely.
Paul George need to get back out there on the street. I see what's wrong with him. He done got married and everything, but that bubble done changed his life. God dang, Paul George, boy, you got on one knee. Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to Jelani, our guy from the Hawks. He just got engaged. The big ass friend of ours. He get us those credentials. Shout out to him, man.
Jelani, I'm still mad at you. Jelani beat me in the free throw contest. I'm still mad at Jelani.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. But hey, man, it like I say, Show, it's when you start losing billions and you really don't have to get it, you got to get some type of something and, you know, getting it going. And you better believe that while they were in that bubble, they were talking about this season and how to do this season. So they already figuring out, because, you know, if we know Corona's going to probably be here to June, I'm sorry. Right. They're trying to fast forward it through. If we know it's going to be here, they get that stuff earlier than we do. So they're trying to figure out how they're going to pod the seats in, how they're going to bring people in the stadium. They're already working on that. And it's also bringing and having those elections at arenas also talk to some things on how to bring people in the stands, how to keep them safe and things of that as well. So look, man, NBA has to get on this. They can't let Christmas go. They need the money. And like I said, people want to see their stars again. Hell, I want to see Trey. I want to see Trey back out there. I ain't gonna lie.
I definitely want to see Ice Trey. Maybe me and Ice Trey finally got over my comments. Maybe he'll be my friend this year, man. Jesus Christ, Trey.
We told you 2 years ago. Me and Malik tried to tell you, man.
Y'all tried to tell me, man. I'm sorry, man. Trey, I'm sorry, man. Gosh.
Shout out to our people, man. John Moore said the only thing I thought about the NBA coming back due soon is about the money. Yeah, it's about the money, man. Shout out to Minister. He done joined us. He laughing at the load management ratio.
Hey, man, it's real, baby. It's real. Load management.
You know it's real out there in them streets.
Shout out to Julio Jones, load management in the NFL on Sundays, baby. Shout out to Julio. Load management, Julio.
He on off week this week, so he happy as hell.
Man, come on, man. The only big time receiver that come out the game on third down. It's 35. And you know the ball coming to you. He like, man.
It has to. It has to come to you.
Throw that ball to somebody else, man. I'm good, man. I'm gonna sit that out.
All right, Macy, I want to ask you this question, man. I know you're not a horseshoe guy, but do you get anything out of the Cowboys putting up a good fight this Sunday?
No. This game was about the Pittsburgh Steelers playing down to the level of competition. When they got the scout report, I want you to imagine this, Glaze. I want you to imagine this. I wish I had another prop, but I want you to imagine you get your scout report, and then your scout report, you're saying you're playing against Garrett Gilbert. And then your scout report, you like the cutoffs they have of Garrett Gilbert are from the AAF. That only played about 4 weeks.
Well, they showed them highlights. I was like, oh, they showing the AAF highlight? Oh.
Yeah. So the only good thing about young Mr. Gilbert, he was the top quarterback in the country when he came out of high school.
Yep.
He was that.
Yep.
He went to Texas. That thing didn't work out for him, so he floated around. Would have been the AAF MVP if you know. But and so listen, he didn't play bad, but Listen, Pittsburgh was sitting there like, man, they got Garrett Gilbert out here at quarterback. And they just played down to the level of competition. Oh, and by the way, Ben get banged up for 2.5 quarters. So, listen, I went and watched Little League football. Listen, that game got none of my energy. I watched Little League football. I went to the Little League championships at Meadow Creek High School. So when everybody was tagged, I said, "What they tagging for?" I ain't bother nobody NFL Sunday. Well, you know what? I did, but I was being funny. I put psych behind the picture when I posted it, and everybody wanted to bet. I'm like, "Why y'all trying to take advantage of Young Herd?" Now, give me 21 points, I bet. Then nobody want to do that. So I mean, but that was Glade. Pittsburgh played down to the talent. They hung around long enough. Man, listen. The Cowboys right now, they are locked in at the number 3 pick. If the Jets keep playing Joe Flacco, they're going to win 3 games. The Cowboys could get Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, man.
I see you, bro. I see you.
Yeah, man. I'm with it.
I feel sorry for the Steelers video guy this week because they were like, I got to do what? I don't have no NFL film on this guy. I don't have anything. What AF what? That's on the field.
Will they even give us the footage?
Yeah, who we call? Who do we call? NBC? Dang. Can we get footage on Garrett Gilbert? Is that a real name? God damn.
Hey, they working YouTube overtime, Glade. They were like, "Hey man, y'all think these games on YouTube, man? Look, can we go find some of his high school clips? Like, dude, it was nothing impressive, man. Listen." The Cowboys are done, man. I told y'all when Dak went down. Now they're not getting none of my energy, man. Dude, I went and watched the Little League semifinals, man. I was Gucci, man.
So I read my about the horseshoe because when I was at this spot, I met somebody at one of the local establishments around me, man. COVID safe.
Right.
I heard somebody in the establishment say, "See, at least we played y'all close." And I was like, "This ain't horseshoe.
This ain't horseshoe. That's the only time I listen." If you're not getting a ringer, if people not hitting ringers and horseshoes, it's the closest man to the doggone pole.
They don't say the Steelers were 8-0, but that last game was a close game to the Cowboys.
Ain't no moral victories, man. You either win or lose. See, Glade, you know what? This was wrong with this soft ass society we got right now. Did you see the participation stuff? Man, hey, we battled, man. We were close. Did you win or lose? You lost, man.
WL, baby. It ain't no.
Listen,
especially in professional sports,
life is about scoreboards, man. You either was the victor or you were the loser, man. It ain't no 2 ways about it, man. I don't want to hear nothing else about it, man. You lost. Get out of here.
Is the Falcons 6-2 or 3-5?
Right. Don't give me the scenario. Oh, if they recovered the onside kick, they didn't.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't happen. It's L's.
Nick Foles, it happened.
It happened.
Ask the LA Chargers about that. Because they come up with new ways to lose games every week, dude. Every week. They're bad. They're bad.
That bad. Yep. Man. Woo. Hey, man, so what you got, bro? My bad.
Hey, man, so for the first time ever in the history of golf, we're getting the Masters in November. The trees are changing colors. Tiger Woods in October, November. Your thoughts on the Masters being played this late, Emmanuel Glaze?
They better hurry up, man, because it's getting cold out there. It's getting bad around here. Lucky for them, Georgia is one of those states that go late into. We have Indian summers, so it will.
We wear shorts on Christmas.
Yeah, we close enough to Florida that we can wear. We do a little long, especially Augusta. That's on that near that South Carolina side. It's always hot in that area over there. It's gonna be cool because again, Augusta might win twice because not only do they play in November. They're gonna flip around and play in April as well. So now you might have 2 Masters in less than 5 months, man. And shout out to them. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. It's gonna be Tiger will be there because once you win one green jacket, baby, you're always there for life, baby. So it's gonna be cool. And it's gonna be great to see it. And golf is the one sport where they get to play. You can have fans. That's cute. But the golf is gonna be there. So CBS wins another one. Check it out for them. And now they get to do it like I said. You're gonna play them in November, you play it in April. And shout out to the Masters, man. They playing one of my favorite athletes quietly because of what he went through. Lee Elders will be doing the golf with Jack Nicholson in April. He will be teeing off with them for the first time. So I'm so excited about that. But overall, hey, Augusta winning, man. Augusta winning. They about to win twice with this one. So shout out to them.
I love it, dude. I as pretty as Augusta is in March, April when they play it, I think this thing gonna be a thing of beauty to see those trees change the colors and just it's always so picturesque in Augusta, but to get it in this mode, and I'm a fashion guy. So I think the golfers' wardrobe gonna change. We're gonna get that fall. They always had that kind of like little spring look in April. I think now we're gonna see a lot of greens, a lot of dark. They ain't had on white pants on out there. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this thing, Glaze. I'm really excited about it. I like it.
It look good, man. And then, golf kind of needs that shot in the arm because they kind of, they played tournaments, but it's been so sporadic and crazy, man, that they really do need this. So yeah, we definitely gonna see something big and be good for it. And hopefully you get to see some of the big players come up and play strong for them, and we can move into. And it's been kind of weird because the Masters being played right now is gonna drive that pretty crazy, man. So it's gonna keep it going. And what the golf is really hoping for, and we need to holler at my girl and see what she think. If the Masters is good now, it leads into a great 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be good for them if they have a great Masters. Now you get people all back in the golf, looking forward to 2021. And then when April hit, you ready to jump right back into another Masters. That's gonna be dope. Back-to-back Masters. That's your
ain't that crazy?
That's crazy, man. That's how you end the season, man. So, hey, man, that's cool. That's cool. I like that a lot. Like I said, man, and plus what they're doing for. I'm trying to get to Augusta, man. Even though I'm born and raised around Augusta all my life, I ain't never been between those gates, and that's my goal for 2021. Get between those gates. I've been seeing the outside of those gates all my life, and I know a lot of people that go through them. That's one of my goals in that gate. So,
I love it.
Hey, man, so we're keeping it going with this, Maceo. I want to jump back to football a little bit. Big Ben and a couple of more Steelers caught the COVID. That's where we talked about COVID early in college football. Now it looks like the pro getting a little COVID. This has been going on. Cam got it. But here's the thing that kind of alarmed me, Maceo, and I don't know if this is real or not, but the NFL, Steelers are saying they hope that they play this Sunday. I thought once you got it, you had to sit out a couple of weeks because that's what Cam did, but they are talking like they want him to play. What's your thoughts on it when you heard about the Steelers? I know they're not your favorite squad, but what were your thoughts?
But the term, Emmanuel Glaze, is false positive. So it seems that Matthew Stafford had the COVID last week, and he miraculously played on Sunday. If you get back-to-back negative tests, so clearly it's a disconnect between the people who are doing these tests and the reporting of it and everything. So listen, when a guy in the NFL tests positive, you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt because we've seen that all of a sudden that positive turns into a negative. We saw it with Nick Saban. Nick Saban was positive, then 3 days later, he coached. He got 3 negative tests. So listen, again, we said this earlier when we talked about seasons coming back, Glaze. It's gonna be some freaky deaky stuff going on with these tests. So I don't believe nothing. Let me be honest with you. I don't believe nothing. They say he got the COVID. I say shit, he gonna still play Sunday. And there he is. So I don't trust. I don't trust. I told everybody off the rip. I didn't trust none of this stuff. So hey, whatever, man. Whatever. Ben know he gonna play. I bet Ben at practice. I bet he at practice.
He probably out there with his Ben number, that number sitting out there playing, man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be. Don't be surprised. They'll find a way. Like you said, false positives. They'll somehow those tests will come back and he's okay now. He can play. It's okay. Ben's fine. Let's play him.
Yeah.
Part 2 Maceo. Only thing would have been better Maceo for me. I'm gonna add a part 2 to my question for you, sir. Is if New Orleans would have blew up on the sideline. But how was it seeing New Orleans, Tampa Bay? Tom Brady looked horrible. AB, did Antonio Brown show up of AB? What were your thoughts about the game of the week and the beatdown that New Orleans gave Tampa Bay, Maceo?
Hey, man. This was
you know what's funny? They said you got home early to watch this game, boy. You don't do that again. Stay where you were and watch the
dude. This was so crazy. Talking to I guy, shout out to Levon Thomas, man. Listen, everybody like, man, you gonna stay around for this other guy? I said, boy, no, but I gotta go home and see Tampa Bay and New Orleans, man. This the game. This is why I came out here so I can let the time go by. So when I rush to the house, bruh. So I listen to the game. I get in the car, tell it's like 14. Man, I say, what? I get in the house, it's 28. What the hell is going on? Listen, this is one of those. I think people call it poetic justice. We heard all week. Brady, now he got AB, and he got all of these things. Tampa Bay gonna be the first team to play in the Super Bowl in their city. Those guys in the black and gold, they get paid too.
They grown men. They
heard all this stuff too. Listen, Drew Brees is tired of every time he play this guy. Y'all keep talking about what did Drew Brees came out and said, you know what? I'm gonna slice and dice this team up. Oh, and I got my security blanket back. And Michael Thomas, he done finally got his mind right, and he played football. And listen, this is what I love about competitors. This is why I always use that phrase that my dad had told me a long time ago. Man, competitors compete, man. If you just gonna give in because everybody keep talking about them dudes over there on the other side, then you're a punk. New Orleans took that personal all week, man. AB, listen, them dudes took that personal. That's why Marshawn Lattimore sent them tweets out after the game. Like, man, I own them dudes over there, man. I own Mike Evans, man. I own him. Check the stats.
He like, it's still Tampa Bay. It's still Tampa Bay.
Fire the cannons. Fire these, man.
We've been beating on Tampa Bay for 5 years. Man, it's still Tampa Bay.
Nobody, man. There ain't nobody. But listen, the best part of that win was Jameis Winston eating the W's, man. Hey, man, this is why Jameis Winston is my dude, man. I rocks with Jameis, man.
Jameis like, it ain't me. I told you it wasn't me. It ain't me. I don't know why y'all keep saying it was me. He
that dude out there talking on football, too.
Eating the W's, baby. Eating the W's.
Hey, first of all, though, why do the Saints got club lights in the visitor locker room? Do they take these lights around with them to these stadiums? No, they'll cut the lights off. They got club lights in there. Man, that is crazy.
Shout out to our coach Foster. Say the Tampa Bay fans saying Jameis gave him Saints defense in our playbook.
Stop. Y'all stop that. Y'all got y'all brain beat in. That was y'all got.
I know what they didn't give. I know what the Tampa Bay didn't have is the 35-year-old Tom Brady. They got 55-year-old Tom Brady Sunday because that thing really, boy. If he threw one more duck, I'd be like, if he threw one more duck.
The Saints winning that thing, and say, listen, that's an inexperienced secondary. They really can't get the ball. You know, they really don't rush the passer well. And defensively, man, we finna heat Tom Brady up, man. Dog, where he going? We finna bring the house, man. Listen, if he can get the ball to Antonio Brown, get it to him, and this was the most glaring thing. I went back and watched the All 22 today. The most glaring thing in this game, outside of Tampa Bay being 1 for 9 on third down, You're not gonna win football games like that. They just basically came in and said, "Listen, we're not gonna run the ball. We're gonna put it in Tom Brady's hand." Dog, Tom Brady is not equipped to win shootouts at his age. He's just not. He's not. They ran the ball really 4 times because the 5th rush was a kneel down. They considered that a rush. This was a terrible game plan, and I talked to my people down in town. They're trying to blame Byron Leftwich for this. No. The excuses y'all give Tom Brady is incredible. It's incredible the excuses they making for this dude, man. I listen, I get it. But guys do get older, man. It's Father Time is undefeated, man.
Father Time. That
72 Dolphins and that thing.
That's 72 Dolphins. Only thing that's undefeated.
Only thing undefeated in this world.
Father Time, that Pooh Nanny, and them 72 Dolphins. That's it.
Undefeated, man. Undefeated. For sure.
That's what that thing, boy. And look, man, Gronk is old. AB still don't know all the play. He think everything will go route or curl.
Glaze. Let me tell you something, Glaze. Gronk is getting 0 separation.
No,
in running these routes. Dude, Morgan can cover Gronk right now.
Yep.
Dude, it's nothing explosive about this guy, and Brady is still trying to force him the ball.
Yeah.
And to your point, you just talked about it. Listen, they had AB probably had a limited playbook, so he ran a lot of bench routes. He ran a couple of over routes, but listen, adding AB, in my opinion, was just not no quick fit. Again, we get so caught up, and this is why I try to tell they won't have a conversation with all you barbershop MFers. I don't have a conversation with y'all because y'all sound so crazy. How about like AB we're gonna come in and have a 100-yard game? No, he been in the street for 8 weeks. Come on, y'all, stop.
Yeah. And man, look, man, football is football. Look, man, you ain't coming out here. Everybody with like the 2 and 5. But yeah, man. So, hey, man, look, Tom Brady, you're old, man. It's time to go ahead and look at, spending it with Giselle a little bit more, right? Coaching your high school football, your kids' football on that. You might be looking at that, bro. Look, you might get to the playoff, but like my man John say, I don't think y'all doing too much, man. And y'all defense ain't that great, man. It ain't that great. It ain't great.
It's not, man. Y'all gotta stop. Stop it, everybody. Y'all gotta stop, man. Like, stop getting caught up in man. Oh my God, y'all kill me. It's just like when Cleveland signed Odell a year ago. Y'all put Cleveland in the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, damn, Baker Mayfield is still their quarterback, right?
And you know what? I think and once y'all told me Cleveland will make it to the Super Bowl, I think I unfriended a lot of y'all. So if y'all still friends with, just know I ain't friends with y'all. Because y'all must look, man. Y'all get too happy about the wrong thing. And that was one of the wrong things. So I started unfriending a lot of y'all. I had to go find new friends because after I saw some of y'all predictions, I was like, I need new friends. I know Drake say no new friend, but I needed new friends after seeing some of y'all NFL. Y'all hot takes were terrible. Y'all gotta leave this stuff. Y'all gotta leave this stuff in the barbershop, man. Y'all gotta leave it in the barbershop. Hey man, what you got next, bro?
Hey man, so I want to talk Tua Tagovailoa real quick.
Look at you.
A lot, man. Come on, man. Like 2 years ago, I couldn't even say his name. It's crazy to hear again barbershop talk. People just like, hey, they're gonna put Tua in to see if they need to draft a quarterback. People, Tua not going nowhere. He's a franchise quarterback. Your thoughts on just the craziness, again, the hot takes of people thinking that the Dolphins, who also own the Houston Texans first-round draft pick, are going to think about drafting a quarterback next year. Are y'all crazy? Take it away, Glaze. I'm going to let you handle it.
If he can get some – if he eat his vegetables and make sure he gets some prune juice and not get hurt, they have their quarterback in Miami. That's my only thing that will make them draft somebody else because Tua is that guy. Tua is smart. He know how to play. He can see things. Only thing that hurt him in Alabama was, boy, he had some bad hips, some bad ankles. He's with some bad stuff. If he can stay healthy, and that's the biggest thing with Tua, and hopefully he can do something to that, he gonna be fine. You saw a great game. You saw two great players this week when they play Arizona. Mm-hmm. Tua's gonna be fine, bro. I like Tua. I like what they did. And again, you're seeing coaches make decisions on long-term future and not short-term when they said, we're going to play our future now. Even though we're 3-3 or 4, whatever they were, we're going to play them. Oh, that's not a good – you hurting Ryan Fitzpatrick. Coaches looked at me and said, is this pee-wee ball or the professionals? We got to play our talent, but we invested into it. So we can see what we got. I think they look at like, hey, we got to do it. If the kid can stay healthy next year, they got one, man. But it's going to be very interesting. And shout out to how you say the last name?
Yeah, Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa family, because the brother in Maryland is balling out of control right now.
Funny how that transfer portal work.
That's how it worked, man. Boy. But shout out to him, man. I think they got somebody. I want to see him stay healthy, though, man. That's my only thing. And if they can keep him healthy, now you can put that number 1 pick into something else, because Houston's going to have a high draft pick, and you don't have to waste it on something else. So I agree with you, man. If they can get him through the season and he can show that he's staying strong and healthy, they might have something. And they can use that on somebody else, like a good defensive end or somebody else that can help them on the other side of the football, or give him a big-time receiver to go with him as well. So that's going to be what I see with them, and if they can keep him healthy. That's all I'm thinking with Tua. Hey, they called him – I heard his nickname in college was Mr. Glass. So I'm just trying to make sure – he's walking around here like Samuel L. Jackson in that movie, Mr. Glass. If you push him down the stairs wrong, he done 300 fractures. So can he stay healthy?
and watching the footage, when I went back and watched the game, all the throws. So I heard people talking about, I don't know if his arm's strong enough. Listen, he drove that ball outside the numbers the whole game. Like, y'all stop it, man. Again, leave y'all dumb barbershop takes. Something, listen, before y'all decide to grab this thing and start posting, sometimes, man, read it about 5 times.
Yeah.
And just think to yourself, could I walk in somebody's professional environment and say what I'm getting ready to post? And if the answer is no, man, just go on and hit the back button and just let it ride, man. Like, man, sometimes lead us to people who really do this, man. Leave it to the real.
Yeah, y'all see one post from me a day, maybe 2. That's because I done deleted 25 of them. The 2 that made it sometimes don't make sense, but that's the best I have for y'all today, because the other 23 was stupid. And you gotta just know what you're doing, man. Hey, man, and that's just that's just how it is. Make sure don't press send. Don't press it. Don't press send.
Yeah, don't press send. Don't press send, y'all.
Hey, I'm finished with this base, yo. I want to know this from you. I know you watching, man, but I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and you got to give it to me. Who are your top 3 NFL teams right now? Go, sir.
Well, so number 1, I'm going Kansas City Chiefs. And the reason, no, listen, I'm not being petty.
I know, man. I'm just saying, man.
Because what I did. So what I like about the Kansas City Chiefs, they're doing so much freaky, crazy stuff, and I know why Andy Reid doing. And Andy Reid doing it to keep these guys, engaged. They putting Pat Mahomes in motion. They making it. You remember when we played in the street on 4th? So what we used to call 4th down, you can run trick plays. We call it trick, but you had to call it trick on 4th down. So
on 4th down, right.
They are doing they out here running like, I won't be shocked if they come out here and run the wishbone one day and run option, or just put McCole Hartman or Sammy Watkins at quarterback and let Pat Mahomes run a curl or something. They are so ahead of the curve, and they can win games in a variety of ways. Carolina should have beat them on Sunday.
Yeah.
Carolina should have beat them. But these guys, if they got a minute, if they got 35 seconds on the clock, they're going to score because they just got so many. They're my number 1 team. My number 2 team is definitely the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers, you saw Sunday, and this is what you have to worry about with Big Ben. Ben, listen, Ben not that healthy, everybody. You know, Ben is very fragile, very, very fragile. And you saw when he goes down. And the thing I don't understand with Pittsburgh, why won't they commit to running the football? They were doing it early, but now they kind of like, I got Ben. You need to minimize the number of times Ben get hit. You really do. And then number 3, man, listen, I think the New Orleans Saints solidified themselves as a top threat in the NFC. I think they basically told Tampa Bay, like you said earlier, man, y'all the Bucs. Ain't nobody studying y'all, and we'll slap y'all anytime, anywhere. And I think that's really the statement they want to say. They beat them handily week 1, but they went in Tampa with all of the hoopla and told them what Rick James said on the Chappelle Show, man, bump your couch. They put their feet all on Tampa Bay couch, man. They say,
look at the 5 fingers say to the face.
And Lisa, I talked about Lisa. I talked about it earlier, Lisa. Listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they played down to the Cowboys. They thought the Cowboys were gonna lay down and they got in the dog fight, but they found a way to win. Minka Fitzpatrick has been, man, again, he has been perfect for that system. But yeah, New Orleans basically told Tampa Bay and they told the NFC, listen, we don't care if our quarterback can only throw 20 yards. We efficient in throwing at 20 yards. This is what we do, and we're going to play good defense. And see, the thing with the Saints, they got to get over those postseason collapses. That's in their psyche somewhere. Can they overcome that when it's time? That's what I worry about with them.
Now, I'd rather for them to have good regular season and losing.
I know you would.
I'm that petty. But I like your 3, man. I do still think Kansas City, with that track meet on the other side, they just faster than everybody out there. I just think it's going to be tough. Pittsburgh is strong right now, but don't know do they have enough power. I don't know if they have enough. Their receiving core is good, but I don't know if they're explosive enough to beat a Kansas City in a shootout.
No, they're not. They're not.
So they're going to have to play the running game against a Kansas City. They will have to slow it down against a Kansas City.
They would, and it's like they're not committing to that. And you look at like Claypool, who was like a 2-year, he was like a 2-week wonder. And I remember all guys in the fantasy, they were like jumping on Claypool, and he ain't did nothing since he had those breakout games.
Shout out to J Mac. Shout out to number 7, Lisa. Thanks for joining. And Lisa, you have brought up the one thing I wanted to mention before I leave. Tag to life. Reality. Tag to life.
Hey, man, Twitter fingers, baby. Twitter fingers, dog. Twitter fingers, man. You can't let them Twitter fingers get you out here. Twitter fingers done got tagged in the street. Hope you saved your money, Tack. Hey, Tack got some expensive whips out here in these ATL streets. So,
Tack, you got real wide outish. You got real wide outish on Twitter. Oh, they could have traded me for a number 2 pick. They could have traded me for a 6. What? Tag to life, tag to reality. Tag is on the streets, y'all. Tag, look, man. I just think it's, another reason why Thomas Dimitroff is at home. Our 2 ends have been cut in back-to-back weeks. The 2 guys that he drafted in the first round got cut by back-to-back weeks. That's another reason why Dimitroff is at home saying, I'm going to go ride my bike in the trail, because those are the guys I went with. Tag. My word of advice, you're still a young guy. You still got talent, but playing on the sideline with growing injuries as a defensive end is not a good thing. And that
you being kind about he got talent. You being kind.
I can't,
You being kind, Glaze.
I mean,
that guy can't slip the quarterback, Glaze.
I'm just trying to, they say we need to take care of the youth. I mean, he's still young,
Hey. I don't see nobody picking up. I don't see he done cleared waivers. I don't see nobody around here knocking down Tack though.
Yeah, I ain't seen nobody pick him up yet. Oh, interesting.
Tack got expensive whips. Tack, hope you done save them dollars, Tack. Hope you done save them dollars, my dog, because It's real out here in the field, man. NFL stands for not for long.
Dude, don't allow your mouth to break your bank. It will destroy your bank, man. Play your game, man. Play your game, dog. Just play. Even if you don't like the system, work it out. Look, if he'd have played and shut his mouth, Max Joe, and just played, they didn't extend his 5th year. Guess what? He would have had film. Could have made a different negotiation, but he acting all, there's a difference between wide receivers and wideouts. He was acting real wide out there. You know what I'm saying? He was acting wide out. Oh, they could have traded. Man, look, man, we ain't going no playoff. Do you think we gonna hold on to you? Man, whatever, bro. Whatever. Young fella, word of advice. Yeah, there's the NFL. Make sure it said it's not for long.
Put this thing down, man. Put this thing down, man. Put it down.
And look, if your game is great enough, you will never have to do another tweet again. People will tweet about your game. And you too dumb. But tag to life, tag to reality, tag to life. And that's all I got for you, Macel. Thank you, Lisa, for bringing it up. I had it on my list. J Max said he can't even make the squad. Damn, Jay, why you gonna do that? You can't make the squad in a hot tub.
Can't make the club in the tub, man. I want to close with this, Glaze. I want to give a shout out to one Alex Trebek.
Yep.
Jeopardy. Listen, I put a post out about this earlier, but man, Jeopardy for as long as I can remember was the thing that we watched in our house at dinner time.
Yep.
And the thing Alex Trebek did, he made smart cool. Dude, I think everybody's had one of these moments where you answer questions on Jeopardy or you at the table and you get Final Jeopardy. Like, man, Jeopardy really opened my mind to like, dude, I got to read more. Like, I want to be able to answer. I want to be able to talk about stuff more than what I think I know. You know, and one thing my dad would always tell me, like, hey, only way you can meet Alex Trebek, hey man, you gotta be able to talk about everything. And it made me such a crazy reader. That you know, I would just want to read everything, and it was all because of Alex Trebek and Jeopardy, man. Like, I would get frustrated if I couldn't answer question, or I'd be like, man, what they talking about? I would go dig and try to find out, man, you know, because I want to know. Always thirsting for that knowledge, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to be two things I knew I was good at: hip hop questions and sports. And I was like, I gotta know some others. I used to be strong on sports. Boom. Give me that for 200, Alex. Boom. But yeah, man, it was the game that you could play in your house. Even if you got kids now, it was the game that if it pop on, you like to go against your kids or your parents. And it was always, and you didn't know how smart your mama was until she would answer some of those questions. You're like, Mama smart. But yeah, man, we lost to John and Alex, man. It's been surreal. And, you know, I remember when him and John Lewis said they both had, I think it was pancreas. Make sure I got it.
Yeah, it was.
And he was giving John gun love, saying, be strong, man. And he was down to lose him in 2020. 2020 has been a year, man. It's been a year.
I just throw 2020 away and shout out Dana Wright, man. The best. That Jeopardy thing on when you heard that, when you heard that, listen, we would stop. As soon as you hear that, dun, 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 dude, we boom in front of the TV. And like I say, man, we would keep score.
Yeah. And like you say, when it was like stuff, if you didn't get nothing that day, he's like, these dumb questions. Or, you know, in the hood, you'd be like, these white people questions. I can't answer these questions. These white people questions.
Dude.
This white people question. I can't answer these questions.
It's funny you say that. I said that one day. And my dad said, nope, you just don't know nothing.
You just don't know it.
You just don't know nothing. Go put that damn Atari down and go read your damn book.
I bet if he said, my dad would be like, I bet if he said if Run DMC did this, what about my Adidas? Alex, you'd have known that question. Learn some literature.
I'll take what did Michael Jordan wear for 200?
Expand your horizon, baby. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Is that all you know? Like, dude, like you say, man, baseball question, football question.
No, boy.
Oh, wham. My
But
dad
then I
look at me
do.
like, yeah, whatever.
Then I get mad when they be like, after they answer 2 sports questions, they say we gotta get off of sports. I'm like, no, let's keep going, baby. I'm on the road, man. I gotta get it in. All the games, and then that final Jeopardy question, boy, I'm cheats. Dang, that's thing.
Dude, and think about it, we didn't have Google back then, so we couldn't put in keywords and be around here talking about act like we smart. Oh yeah, what is Poseidon? Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at you like this.
You be like this. What is Antarctica? No. God, dang, I'm gonna go sit down and watch it. Then you try to watch Wheel of Fortune. If you was in my area, Wheel of Fortune came in afterwards, so you watch Wheel of Fortune because you felt a little better solving a puzzle.
Oh boy, come on, man. But man, hey man, bow, man, bow.
Bow.
Oh, I got this. You like, yeah.
Hey man, and also shout out to Isaiah Thomas did a great post about Tommy Heinsohn. I know I ain't know much about him playing basketball, but he was one of those voices for CBS for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
In the 80s and 90s with them Celtics and all of that. And that's why I knew Tommy Heinsohn. Yeah. So he away today as well, man. So like I say, 2020, man, it's taking some heroes, man. Taking some guys away, man. But that's all I got for y'all peoples.
That's all I got. And I do want to remind y'all, listen, I know all you conspiracy theories, you 5G folks who was out here talking about some
tell them the story before you leave. Why you wearing a jersey? Tell them again.
Dana Bangs. You know, I am president of the AJ Terrell fan club. So because I'm such a fan, this came in the mail for me. AJ Terrell, because I told y'all that's why my name is today. I got the receipts. Y'all know from day one in the draft, I told y'all this guy was a baller. I ain't lost no bet, man. I'm repping AJ Terrell, my favorite Atlanta Falcon / precision athletic performance athlete. Yes.
But you know what else, though? They tell you how long the Crush has been on the air because we was covering AJ in high school.
In high school, when he was playing quarterback, he was a skinny quarterback.
When he went to Clemson, and then when he went to the league, that's how long I can tell everybody how long the Crush. We've been around since AJ was in high school, and we remember AJ. And I can start in high school or now making it to the NFL. I'm like, wow, we've been doing it for a while now.
We ain't playing with y'all. That's why I tell y'all sometimes, man, leave it to the professionals, man.
Yeah,
leave it, man. Say your hot tea for your mama.
Next Tuesday, we got to do a show. Make sure we're gonna do it at 7 o'clock because I don't want to miss it for work, but we got to do a show next week. It's our 6th year next week. Also, Young Herd turns another year. So we got to celebrate here on the air, man. We got to celebrate. We can't do it in COVID world. We can't do it with everybody like we want to. We're going to do it here on the air. So come back next year, next week, 6-year anniversary, 7 o'clock. Herd's going to probably be, I hope he's not too celebrating, but no, Herd in health mode. So Herd might be drinking amber water from now on. So Herd in health mode. He's in mediums now.
I'm right here wearing size large jogging pants now, y'all.
I knew until I know everybody is Scorpio. So just like Maceo said with Leo, I feel the way with Scorpio, man.
I be like, is everybody a damn Leo?
I look around.
My God.
My wife a damn Scorpio. Maceo, I'm like, damn, everybody I know is Scorpio or a Leo. But shout out to everybody. Next week, 6th anniversary of the Crush. We still here. Maceo got receipts. We eating these W's. We eating W's around here like Jameis Winston.
Keep it petty, Jameis. I love Jameis. Keep it petty, Jameis, because they say, hey, the GOAT, he threw just as many interceptions as you did, Jameis.
Hey, you can look at your film and say, I did that. Y'all said y'all were going to trade me. He did that. Y'all ain't said nothing. So thank you guys as always. Thanks for keeping Crush. Share it. People, we're going to share it. We'll see y'all next week. We here. Peace.
I go change clothes now. I'm gonna put this going in the studio, everybody. I'm gonna get an autograph and going in the jersey.
Y'all do notice that I only have one studio background. It makes you got like 4. I don't know how he do it, but you know, it's just look. I'm just telling you, he got TV, jerseys.
This guy, everybody. This guy.
I'm still wearing shirts from 3 years ago. So just
I had one on the other day. What are you talking about? This was just, hey, because I keep pumping AJ Terrell. Well, all y'all,
we know, makes that. I know. We know. Hey, why you didn't get the FUBU one? That's what I want. I want the FUBU one.
Listen, it showed up. I was hoping for the icy white. Perfect.
The icy white do be tight. Icy white.
That white on white. Lisa, we're gonna have to get you a pink and green Crush shirt. We got the new Crush t-shirt design. Listen, I'm sorry, but I finally finished the design. I found the design that I like. I'm gonna let Emmanuel Glaze model it first, and then
3 years, y'all. 3 years.
I had to find the perfect.
3 years.
Find the perfect. I finally found
before a damn shirt. I'm saying it's coming. We just gotta, make sure.
I finally found the perfect design, everybody.
Make sure is the look, guy. Look, I'm not a fan. Look at this shirt. This is to me. This is how I hold on to it. I got all my shirts. I don't have fashion sense. He does. So he's the one with the Crush. I'm sure it's gonna be tight. I'm not even worried.
It's gonna be fresh.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't even worried about it.
In the words of Lil Bow Wow, you ain't fresh as I is. The only time you hear Bow Wow name on the Crush, baby, but that right there, you ain't fresh as I is, man.
He probably just got a text. Somebody said your name, Bow Wow the Crush.
How did you back? We back.
The Crush got you, baby. All right, man.
We back.
I don't want no Shad Moss problems.
The Bow Wow challenge. Shout out to the Bow Wow challenge, man. Lord.
All right, y'all. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.